Have you ever thought about the story your body is telling without you ever saying a single word? Well, today we're diving into the secret language of your posture, and you might be surprised to find out it's a story you didn't even know you were carrying.
Okay, so right now, wherever you are, just for a second, freeze. Seriously, don't move, don't adjust, just notice. Are your shoulders hunched? Are you leaning forward over your phone or your desk? Take a quick mental snapshot of how you're holding yourself in this exact moment.
Because what if I told you that posture, that slouch you might have just noticed, isn't really about bad habits or just being lazy? What if it's a physical echo of your emotional past, a memory that's being held, not in your mind, but deep in your muscles? So, how in the world does that even happen? How does our body become this living record of our past experiences? Let's get into it.
A lot of this understanding comes from the incredible work of Dr. Bessel van der Kolk. His whole point is that trauma isn't just a story we tell ourselves, something that's over and done with. No, it leaves a very real physical imprint. It's a state our body can get stuck in.
And the name for this is somatic memory. Your thinking mind, your conscious brain might have moved on. It might have rationalized or even forgotten a tough experience. But your body, it doesn't really have that filter. It remembers. It remembers in the form of chronic tension in your shoulders, a guarded posture, or even that gut feeling you just can't shake. And look, this isn't some new age idea. This is rooted in millions of years of evolution. At its core, your body is a survival machine. And our postures, they are some of our oldest, most deeply ingrained instincts. Think about it. When any animal, and that includes us, feels threatened, what's the first thing it does? It tries to make itself smaller. We instinctively round our shoulders, we collapse our chest, we curl inward. And this isn't random, it's a biological shield, a primitive instinct to protect our most vital organs, our heart and lungs, from attack. Now, here's the problem. Trauma can create this glitch in the system. It can cause a major disconnection between our thinking brain, the part that understands logic and time, and our ancient feeling brain, which only understands one thing: threat and survival. And this creates a constant war inside of us. You've got the thinking brain saying, hey, it's okay, that was in the past, it's over. But at the same time, the feeling brain, which controls the body's alarm system, is still screaming at the top of its lungs, danger is still here. And the result of that alarm bell ringing nonstop, well, your body gets stuck in that protective curl. That slouch becomes the physical proof that your nervous system never got the all-clear message and never learned that it was safe to stand down. So this all leads to a really big question, right? Can we actually reverse this? Can we, just by changing our posture, change our minds? Can you really fake it till you make it? And I bet you've heard of this. I'm talking about power posing. This idea got super popular thanks to social psychologist Amy Cuddy. The whole concept was that if you just stood like a superhero for a couple of minutes, you could actually change your body's chemistry and boost your confidence. But as always, science liked to double-check its work. The really big claims from the original study that these poses would jack up your testosterone and slash your stress hormone cortisol, well, those didn't hold up in later studies. They couldn't be replicated. But here's the part that is fascinating. Look at that third row. The effect on how powerful people felt. That part is consistently supported. People really do feel more confident. Which of course leads to the next question. If it's not some magic hormonal shift, why does standing tall before a job interview actually seem to work? Why does it feel so real? Well, the answer is something called embodied cognition. Think of it like a two-way street. Your brain is constantly looking at your body for clues about how it should be feeling. So when you deliberately stand in an open, upright, expansive way, your brain basically looks at that data and goes, my body is acting like it's confident, so I guess I must be confident. It generates the feeling of power, even without the big chemical changes. So the real takeaway from all that scientific debate is actually pretty simple and powerful. While power posing might not change your hormones, it is a surprisingly reliable way to dial up your feelings of confidence and turn down the volume on your anxiety. And that psychological shift, that alone is a huge deal. Okay, so let's put all the pieces together. How can we actually use this knowledge to reconnect our minds and our bodies to send a brand new signal? Because here's the key. The goal isn't about faking power for other people. It's not a performance. The real work is using your body to have a direct conversation with your own nervous system.
It's about sending a message from the outside in. And here's the most direct, mechanical way it works. Through your breath. When you're slumped over, you are literally squishing your diaphragm. This forces you to take shallow, quick breaths from your chest. That kind of breathing is a direct hotline to your brain to fire up the fight or flight stress response. But the moment you sit upright, you free up your diaphragm. You can now take deep, slow breaths. And that kind of breathing activates your rest and digest system, which tells your whole body to calm down.
So let's try it. A simple exercise. First, imagine a string is gently pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling, just lengthening your spine. 2, roll your shoulders up, back, and then let them drop down. 3, feel your chest open up. And 4, just take one slow, deep breath all the way into your belly. What you just did? That's so much more than sitting up straight. It's what we call a bottom-up signal. You're using the physical language of your body, openness, space, calm breathing, to finally tell that ancient alarm system in your brain that the danger is gone. And that's really the whole point, isn't it? It's all about helping the body and the mind finally get on the same page, helping them learn, together, that right here in the present moment you are safe. So every single time you choose to pull your shoulders back and open your chest, you are physically unwinding that old protective curl. You are sending the most powerful message you possibly can to your entire nervous system. It's okay. You are finally safe enough to come out of hiding. So I'll just leave you with this thought. Your body is telling a story right this very second. The only real question is, do you want to be the one to write it? What story do you want your body to tell?